Capricorn, let's take a look at how March will be impacting your zodiac. March is an action-packed month. There are 2 retrogrades occurring and there are 2 eclipses occurring, as well as Neptune changing signs. Now, although there's a lot of things going on, there's a lot of back and forth, it seems like a lot of the themes are just repeating themselves, and it's just like we have different windows, different opportunities to work on the same themes that these energies are presenting us with. And let's kick off with the retrogrades. So on March the 1st, we have Venus that goes retrograde in Aries at 10 degrees. It will also move into Pisces on March the 27th. Now, it starts off in your 4th house of home, family, and security and stability, and where you find healing and where you go to retreat. And it moves into your 3rd house on March the 27th, which rules over the mind and communication and your daily environment. Now, I've highlighted those 2 areas of life because those 2 areas of life are very profound. Not only is Venus retrograde going to take place in those 2 areas, but also Mercury retrograde. On March the 15th, Mercury will go retrograde at 9 degrees of Aries, and it will move into Pisces on March the 29th. So it starts off in your 4th house, and similarly to Venus, moves into your 3rd house. And they both seem to emphasize on the same themes of finding harmony, finding peace, finding joy and pleasure at home. And there could be a lot of going back and forth. Perhaps there could be some issues that have come up at home or family, or perhaps you're reconsidering certain things about home and family. And even when it comes to your personal life, when it comes to your well-being and your emotions, and when it comes to your sense of security and safety and belonging, maybe you are figuring these things out, or they're coming up in your awareness. Maybe you're thinking about relocating, or thinking about how you could be of better service to yourself so you could feel more at home, so you can feel more relaxed, so you can feel more like you're in a sanctuary. Now, because Venus rules over love and relationships, this could even impact relationships at home, whether that's with your partner, your marriage, romantic relationship, or just any type of family relationship. This could impact where you're having to kind of reanalyze and reassess in a way, or kind of figure out just any issues or things that are not working out in your home life, your personal life, and your relationships. And this is occurring so that you can find joy, so you can find balance and peace and harmony within your home life, personal life, and relationships. There may be some important conversations that have been actually waiting to be had, or these energies kind of push you to have certain conversations that are of great importance. This is emphasized by Mercury being in your 4th house. Now, when both Venus and Mercury move into your 3rd house, the emphasis is on communication, but also on your mind and your daily kind of environment. So a lot of things that have been perhaps you've been putting away to the side because you found them to just not be of importance or value, they're now coming up. So any questions that you've had, any answers you've been seeking, anything that's been coming up into your awareness or your mind that you probably didn't have time for, especially regarding relationships, or even regarding your mentality or certain beliefs, or even when it comes to travel, when it comes to your even creative energy or the energy you're around, perhaps that's something that you want to change or shift, or you may find that you're having to reassess these areas. You're having to reassess your mentality, your mind. You're having to reassess your creative inspiration. You're having to reassess the daily environment you're around, and perhaps you have travel plans, or you're kind of restructuring this area of life, especially with Mercury here, because there's just so much mental stimulation. Even though it's in retrograde, it's encouraging you to go over this area of life. Now, the 3rd house is going to be of great importance because this is where the eclipse is also going to be activating. But before I move on to that, let's talk about the partial solar eclipse that's going to occur on March the 29th. It's going to happen in your 4th house of home and family, and your sense of security, stability, and where you go to retreat. And this could bring forth a change where something does change in your home, family, personal life. And it's kind of, again, repeating and re-emphasizing on Venus and Mercury leaving its mark in this area of life. So there could be some change that occurs later on in the month. Something else that's occurring in this area of life is Neptune, the planet of dreams and creativity and spirituality, is moving into your 4th house. So this could be a time where on one hand, there could be a lot of divine inspiration coming through with Neptune moving into your 4th house. There could be a lot of like spirituality involved with home and family in your personal life. There could be a lot of deep healing, spiritual healing. There could be a lot of just like creativity here as well, like a lot of just beautiful divine serene energy. But the more shadowy aspect, the more shadowy manifestation could be things may be unclear, or there could be some mist or fog or confusion. So you got to be very realistic with Neptune. However, if we look at the positive, this could bring just a lot of spiritual awareness into the 4th house. And the 4th house is a very mystical, magical area of life. Don't just think it's about home and family. Like, when we get deep and esoteric, it's very spiritual. And we'll get more into that when I do a video on Neptune moving into Aries. Now let's take a look at the lunar eclipse that will be occurring on March the 14th. This will be occurring in the sign of Virgo. It's at the end of 23 degrees. So if we round that up, 24 degrees of Virgo. Take a look at where that falls in your chart, because if you have any placements close to 24 degrees of Virgo, this will impact you the most. Now, the sun will be in Pisces conjunct Saturn in your 3rd house, and opposite will be the lunar eclipse in the sign Virgo. So this is emphasizing on the mind. This is emphasizing on travel, your beliefs, your spiritual philosophies, even education, higher learning, even like exploring and expanding your mind, your horizon. So because this is a lunar eclipse and it's a south node eclipse, this could impact you letting go of certain things, or things coming to an end, or something completely changing and shifting and transforming forms. This could have a lot to do with your belief systems, a lot to do with your mentality, and just a lot to do with how you want to move forward in terms of travel. Maybe something significantly changes. Now, because this energy is all about Virgo, so this is about restructuring, reanalyzing, reordering, reorganizing your life, especially these 2 areas of life. Capricorn, I hope March brings you the changes that you are seeking, and I'll catch you very soon.